If you're planning to sell online or on Amazon, primarily in Europe or even in any country, you might be interested to learn that registering an LTD in the UK is one of the easiest ways to set up a professional business entity, with the addition of being able to also open a corporate bank account and get payment gateways for your Shopify store, for example, and so many other things. In this video, let's look at the steps that you need to take in order to register an LTD in the UK. Are you ready? Let's get to work. If this is your first time watching a video on this channel, hi, my name is Crystal and I'm the founder of Amazon Sellers Society and Sellers Society. If you want to learn a little bit more about what we do, you can check out our website www.assmiddleeast.org and make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you want to learn a little bit more about selling on Amazon and all other e-commerce platforms, primarily in the Middle East. But in this video, we're not going to just be focusing and concentrating on the Middle East. We're also thinking about you, our lovely viewers, who would like to expand to marketplaces, maybe Amazon, maybe your own Shopify store, maybe all other marketplaces, primarily in Europe. Europe is obviously a very big market. You might want to start there and then move on to the Middle East because we want you here in the Middle East, or you might want to expand to Europe. You might also want to have your own Shopify store whereby you can set up this Shopify store and sell anywhere in the world, not necessarily just in the Middle East and not necessarily just in Europe. So in order to do that, there are a lot of options, but one very interesting option is setting up an LTD in the UK. An LTD, when you set it up in the UK, you're going to be eligible to open a corporate bank account, a business bank account, quite easily, as well as being able to unlock a lot of services that Amazon sellers need, as well as e-commerce sellers might need on their e-commerce platforms as well, such as Shopify. So since all of you are interested in e-commerce, I thought Uygar would be the perfect person to discuss this information with. Also, he has a very interesting and very funny story about why he started Launchese as an additional business to the many other businesses that he currently owns and operates on a daily basis. Let's talk to Uygar from Launchese. So Uygar, first and foremost, before we start and talk about, the steps in order to register your LTD in the UK, I'm very curious and interested to know from your guys' experience, you yourself and the team at Launchese, why are you finding that more and more people, entrepreneurs, business owners, are looking to register companies in the UK, LTD, in the UK? For what reason? What mainly? Obviously, there's a lot of reasons, but what mainly do you find when it pertains to e-commerce and Amazon?
All right. Being online entrepreneur is difficult. Being entrepreneur is difficult, but also being entrepreneur online is way more difficult than usual actual life. Main reason we see those people they register in UK is dealing with payment gateways and financial institutes. Because imagine, I'll give you an example. I'm Turkish, I live in London. Consider like I live in Turkey and I would like to open a Shopify store or Amazon store. So when I apply to open an account, especially when I reach to the level of payment gateway level, let's call it for Shopify or Stripe, they ask you lots of questions. They consider a person who opens a Stripe account in UK is totally different than a person who opens a Stripe account in Turkey. And as I mentioned, it is way more difficult to get approval if you live in different countries, especially if you live in out of Europe. Most of our customers, most of our users, they struggle to get Stripe account, PayPal account, or Shopify payments account. In your case, Amazon account, especially if they want to sell in Amazon. So that's why they set up company in the United Kingdom. If you have a company in here, they don't deal you as a person, Uygar, who is from Turkey. They deal with you, Uygar, who has a UK company in London or in United Kingdom. And especially if you go them, hey, I have a UK company over there, I have an address, I have a UK business bank account, then it changes everything. The process is way faster than compared with applying to those accounts from your home country.
I believe it's not only faster, it's also cheaper. But we'll
It's
get
also
into
also
that.
cheaper.
Let's start talking with, anyone who's watching this and is thinking, okay, so what are the steps? What do I need to know? What are the steps that I need to follow? Roughly, what are the steps if I were to want to register a UK LTD? What do I need to think about? What documentation do I need other than the money required to register a business? What do I need?
Eventually, first you need money, but
Yeah,
this is a very small fee we're
yeah.
talking here. First, you need to find a formation agent, a company who is going to file your company through the HMRC. This is in this case, Launchese,
Launchese.
us. What we asking to the customers, your passport and your address proof. What is address proof? Could be a phone line bill, could be a bank statement in your home country, could be electric bill, etc. If you have those two documents, you are ready to start. You don't need anything else.
That's it.
That's it. After that, what we do,
Yeah.
we register your company in United Kingdom. Usually it takes 2 days, but because of the pandemic reasons, sometimes it might take up to the 3 days. But I will say average is going to take 2 days. After that, after registration, your company is ready. You have a UK limited company, you have an address in United Kingdom. We help you, we guide you to apply to the next steps. Could be a Stripe payment account, PayPal account, Amazon account, or etc. So if you provide those two documents, you are ready to go. We will guide you to the right steps to register all your accounts. Most important thing here is business bank account. Having a business bank account changes everything. It is difficult, it's not easy, but it's not difficult it used to be. Thanks God to fintech. We have lots of fintech companies in United Kingdom. They help you to open business accounts. For example, we are very close partners with a bank called Tide. So they know you don't live here, you have a legit business, and you would like to expand your business in Europe and through the world. So we help you to set up this account. You have company, you have business bank account, then you are ready to go. You can apply to anything. It doesn't mean you won't have any problem. They might ask you some extra questions eventually. This is their job. They always do. But generally, all you need those two fundamental things to start your e-commerce business through UK.
You just talked about something that's very important because we've both have discussed this about not using your personal bank account for
Oh,
your
no,
business.
never.
As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, that's very important. But we've discussed it and we've said it's very hard to open a bank account in a business bank account in countries like the UAE, for example, and other countries, I'm sure, because maybe the system is a little bit more restrictive, or I don't want it to seem like the UK isn't restrictive, but it is a little bit more standard
Easier.
to how banks normally work. So this is also another reason, because as a company, you want to have a business bank account. You do not want to use your own personal bank account. So this is something that's very good. One additional question we got.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
This is the one common mistake our users, they always do before they come to us. They set up a company in UK in somehow. They keep using their personal account. This personal account can be a personal account in your country.
Yeah.
Even here, sometimes they get access, they register here as well, or some cross-border payments like Pioneer, TransferWise, etc. Those way is very risky. Again, I'm telling every customer of ours, don't use your personal account. I've seen lots of horror stories. People, they hold their money, 20K, 30K, etc. So ignore that way. If you run a business, run through the business bank account. UK is the best country. You can have it faster than other countries, in my opinion.
Perfect. Before we dive a little bit deeper into taxation, which is a very, very interesting subject.
Sensitive topic.
Very sensitive topic, exactly. I do get a lot of people asking because most people are used to the idea of an LLC. So
Mhm,
just to clarify, what is the difference between, we don't find LLC in the UK. Just if
mhm.
you could explain what the difference is between LLC and LTD, and is there an LLC in the UK?
We don't have LLC in UK, but whatever we have in United States, I have a company over there. I know the system very well. LLC is the equivalent to the LTD in the United Kingdom,
It's
limited
just a
liability.
different, it's
So
just a different name.
it's a different name. We don't
Yeah.
call it LLC. We call it LTD.
Yeah, perfect. So, as you know, most of our audience and followers are based in the Middle East with the idea of they want to expand into Europe because who doesn't? So, whether that be on their own websites or on Amazon or anything else. Uh, but when you live in a country where you're not really used to paying taxes, either income tax or anything like that, when you think about Europe, it kind of is scary because you're not used to this. So let's talk a little bit about taxes because most people are worried that if they do register a company in the UK, they're going to be taxed really high amounts, or whether they make a lot of money or not. So can we just generally break that down a little bit?
I can give an explanation as an
Yeah.
entrepreneur. I would like to remind that I'm not a tax advisor.
Yeah.
Launches, we have an accountancy department, but I'm not the right person. But
Yeah.
as an entrepreneur, I know what you're asking and I have the answers. But again, those are not tax advisors. So first of all, I don't know what does it mean living in a country without paying tax. It's very interesting for me. It sounds amazing. I love it, but we don't have it here. We have 19% corporation tax on the profit. Most of my customers from coming from those kind of countries, they think 19% applies all their revenue,
Income.
which is not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Revenue. Yeah.
revenue. We don't tax revenue here. We tax profit here.
Mhm.
So basically, you buy this pen for £1, you sell it for £2. Where the HMRC is not going to charge you tax for £2. They're going to charge you for the profit
Whatever
you made,
profit
which
you've
is
done. Yeah.
£1.
Yeah. 1 pound.
So and whatever you profit, and also your business has business expenses, your office costs, your cost, your mobile, your internet connection. So you're gonna deduct, you're gonna show them as a business expense anyways. But again, anywhere in Europe, there is no way of not paying tax.
Yeah.
We need to understand that.
Yeah.
But UK, if you compare with other European countries, 19% is nothing. If you compare, like you are I mean, if you consider UK and Europe all together in one market, one of the biggest market in the world, you will cover that. But again, you need to file your tax. You need to prepare your tax returns every year. You need an accountant to do that, which is very easy process.
So, Uygar, it's very important because I want everyone to know your story and why you created Launchese. You're an entrepreneur through and through. You have multiple businesses, and one of those businesses, or one of those businesses is Launchese. So, can you tell
Mhm.
everyone a little bit more about Launchese? The reason why I have you here is because you're an expert. You know how all of this is done, and you've done it multiple times, especially by you've done it, meaning you've registered limited liability, or you've registered LTDs for multiple entrepreneurs, especially people who want to sell online, for people who want to sell online. So why did you decide to start Launchese, and what are the services that Launchese also offers?
Well, as I mentioned before, I'm online entrepreneur since 2000, and I had lots of trouble with payment gateways, even if I live in UK as well. The trigger was I have a digital printing business, another story. One day, I said a UK company, I live here, I have a physical presence. That's going to give you idea how difficult those things sometimes. One day I came to business, an email from PayPal says, we're holding your funds for 3 months, something like that. I said, okay, why? £65,000. I never remember, I never forget that. It was
You're not going to
crazy moment
forget
for us. And
£65,000.
uh, £65,000. I said, what did I do wrong? I mean, I was trying to reach them, email, to call them is almost impossible. You call them, but this is business department, I cannot help you. Business department, this, if you're lucky, they answer emails and email. I was just begging them, hey, why you holding my accounts? I mean, what is the problem? To get an answer, it took 2 months. And to get my money back, after 6 months, I got my money back. But this 6 months was horrible. And I was really angry. I was really angry. Why it's happening to me? Why in that time I wasn't UK citizen, by the way. I was still holding Turkish passport, and I knew that there's always a trigger. There's always the financial institutes. They always do that. Then I was so angry, and in the same time, one of my customer from the other business from Vietnam, and he stopped selling with us, and he asked, hey, I cannot sell because PayPal closed my account. I said, oh, what a luck, mine as well. So how we can solve that problem? And I said, look, I mean, I don't understand that, but it is so simple. Let's set up your company. Let's get you an address. Let's get you a UK number, and let's get a business bank account. And let's start the process again. I was just talking like that because I'm dealing with that for the last 20 years. He said, is it possible? Is it legal? I don't see anything illegal here. And we started the process. We set up in my company, UK address, UK phone number, UK business bank account, very important. Then we started to apply Stripe, PayPal, everything is going well. He said, Uygar, everything is so good to be true. Something is wrong. We talk to your lawyer if you're doing something wrong. I said, okay, all right, let's talk. Talk to my lawyer. He said, there's nothing wrong. Then I said, this is a good business opportunity. Yeah, so good to be true. Why it's happening? And because I lived those problems, I was following every single step, and I was thinking way before, hey, they're going to ask me this. Okay, let's prepare that. Let's prepare this. So then we ended up with, we helped this gentleman. He's still with us, by the way. And he told me, hey, this is a proper business. You can have lots of people. I said, well, why not? Then I spoke with my co-founder, Yusuf Khalidi. He's my partner in this business. He said, is it even legal? Everybody was so panicking. I said, look, I spoke with lawyers. Everything is normal. I went to talk with the banks as well. Hey, is there anything wrong I'm doing here? They said, no. Then we converted to the Launchese, and Launchese started in 2019. And we helped thousands and thousands of customers. It was a side business. It was just to help people at the beginning. Now we have our own team. We have offices in Morocco, Vietnam, London, hopefully soon United States. Yeah. And we help entrepreneurs because we are entrepreneurs, and we know their problems. We know what questions they're going to be asked. I know what they need to do. So they come to Launchese, we set up their company, we have our own facilities here, we help them to receive their letters, we scan and send them, and we deal with the HMRC on behalf of them. And most importantly, we guide them to open healthy PayPal, Stripe, and Amazon accounts.
Yeah, that's very important, because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, as you know, it takes a little bit of know-how for to register an account on Amazon or even Shopify and stuff. So because you have done this before, you were previously an Amazon seller, you know everything about Shopify. Your current main business is a provider for an AOP. People should check it out as well. It's a print on demand business, so you know this business very well. That's why you were able to cater or to make Launchese a solution for somebody that's looking. So if I come and ask you, do you know how I should open an account on Amazon? You'll have all of that information, which is very important, because if somebody is looking to do that, then they will need additional support. My last question, Uygar, for you is, I'm sure there are a lot of questions, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to contact you. But my last question is, are there any nationalities that you see are being denied registration or not able to open an LTD in the UK?
I mean, UK is open to everyone. Everyone can set up a business in this country. There are some restriction countries. You can just Google it. It's easy to find. I don't want to name here. I mean, the problem starts in the business bank account side. These financial institutes, they have literally a list for every country, and every country has a let's call it credit score over there. If your country's credit score is low over there, most likely you're gonna have some troubles. Some South African countries, Middle African countries, we noticed that they haven't struggled. We don't have any problems in Middle East. And I'm thinking what countries I would mention if we, especially for your audience. Sometimes we have a problem with Algerian customers, Algeria and Tunisia. Tunisian customers, they sometimes, especially, they ask them for some extra documentations. Though, apart from those two countries, most of Middle East countries, that region is fine. But again, everyone can set up company in United Kingdom. Problem starts when you start asking, talking to the financial institutes.
Perfect. Thank you so much to Uygar and the Launchese team. I would recommend that you contact them directly if you have any question related to this video's topic. You can also leave us a comment in the comment section below, and I'll make sure that they answer you directly as an answer to your comment. Also, if you want to go ahead and reach out to Launchese, you can do so via their website. You'll find our own personal link, the Amazon Sellers Society link. You will find it in the video description box of this video, or you can go directly to their website right here. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.